Hey everybody, David G here, founder of the Internet Marketing Party, and this is take three. I'll explain to you what that means at the end of this recording, this video interview with the one, the only Jeff Vacek. And I'm very happy to be bringing you Jeff Vacek today because Jeff is the first person we've ever had on our Internet Marketing Party stage who is not only a friend, a colleague, and a mentor who's helped me in my business personally, but who's also a client in my other business separate from the Internet Marketing Party. So it's exciting to be bringing Jeff to you, not only because of that honor, but he's helped me in my business in ways that from day one when we first met, he had already retired from doing the business that I do now into building his own information product empire. He's generated over 8 figures online over the years, and is just an absolute rock star. Our mutual friend Shanoa Grove likes to call him Mr. Ferrari because as soon as he had his first, was it $200,000 a month or something like that?
No, it was a $500,000 webinar.
A $500,000 webinar. He went out and got himself a Ferrari. And so anyway, Jeff's an awesome guy, the most friendly, coolest, generous people in the space, and so I'm happy to present to you Jeff Vacek. How you doing, Jeff?
Good, glad to be here. Thanks, man.
Yeah, thanks for taking the time, and thanks for agreeing to speak on our stage. You'll be driving all the way from Houston, so
I know it's gonna be tough.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. So, in a nutshell, what we're gonna do today is I'm gonna ask you 3 questions, and I am going to also do something that you aren't expecting, so that'll be fun. And so kind of prepare yourself.
All right.
It won't be too embarrassing. Look at that, like the look on your face. So anyway, before we get started with the 3 questions, tell everybody what, in your opinion, why they should keep watching for the next, if this video is only going to be like 10 minutes, 15 minutes long.
Well, so you want kind of like the headline, so to speak? For
this presentation, not for your party talk, but for why they should watch this right now.
For this presentation, I mean, number one, people want to know how you can help them. Ultimately, everybody listening doesn't really give a crap that I have a Ferrari or what I've done or anything like that. They want to know how I can help them. And I've helped a lot of people. Probably my greatest success story is a guy that was working his butt off as a trader, and all I did was showed him how to get other people to pay him to watch him trade. So he was trading every morning anyways, and he created a trading room using a webinar, and completely in a matter of a couple weeks created leverage. He launched that program and to 500 people, and 500 people started paying him $197 a month. So the whole point is that it's not about them, it's about you. It's about the people listening right now, and they need to listen because I'm going to talk about some things that are tactical and they're not tactical. And I'm going to talk about one of the most important things that people miss all the time is that who is their ideal customer? Who's your ideal client? And what's the messaging and your marketing strategy that's going to always attract your ideal client and your ideal customer? So you're only dealing with people like that.
All right. So you just said the word tactical, and I mentioned earlier that you've helped me in my business. One of the big things that pivoted my business was to help you made the distinction, and one of the reasons you hired me was you said, Dave, in business there's 3 types of engagement. There's tactical, transactional, and transformational. And when you said that, you were like, you know what? And the reason that I want to work with you is every time we talk, it's more of a transformational conversation. And that's not a unique thing. I mean, that's not the kind of thing you just see with anybody. So that floored me, and it helped me start looking at the activities that I do in my business. So can you really quickly explain what the difference are between tactical, transactional, and transformational?
Sure. I mean, transactional is the lowest level, and that's, how do I make somebody buy something from me? How do I make somebody, click on an ad? And everything that goes along with that, okay? Tactical actually is what leads into the transactional. So what are the tactics we're going to use to, you know, do our marketing? Are we going to do Facebook ads? Are we going to do email drops? Are we going to do, you know, that's all the tactics, the strategy, so to speak.
Right.
None of that matters, though, if you don't understand the transformational. The transformational is, how am I going to interrupt the potential client that I'm getting in front of? What am I going to message? What's going to be in my messaging? How am I going to be to that client? Who am I going to be for that client? How am I going to position myself in front of that prospect? How am I going to build affinity with them? How am I going to connect to them? You have to make a connection. And how am I going to tell the truth and always be telling the truth and not hiding anything to my potential prospect? And that if you actually spell the first letters of all that out, I just spelled impact. And in my company, we use something called impact marketing. Before we talk about tactical, before we talk about transactional, you have to understand who your ideal customer is, who your ideal client is, the conversation that they're already having in their head, their psychographics, their demographics, so that when you're trying to attract them and that you're well, first of all, so that you can even target them and you're targeting the right people. And number two, in your attraction, in your attraction strategies, you're actually doing things that will attract them. The interruption, the messaging, the connection, the affinity, the positioning, and just telling them the truth. And nobody focuses on that. The top 0.5% of entrepreneurs in the world focus on that first. What most people do is a backwards forward strategy. They say, okay, I'm going to do Facebook ads. Great. You have no business doing Facebook ads if you don't know who your customer is, who you even really are, what your message is, what your platform is. You have no business doing any tactical or transactional stuff until you know all that. And that's what I'm really good at.
Nice. I really like it. And I'm glad I asked, because one of the things that made you different, it put you in the class of folks that have rocked our stage, and you said, Dave, before I talk about what I'm going to talk about, tell me who comes to the Internet Marketing Party. I want to know who the audience is. And I was like, wow, that's cool.
I practice what I preach. You know,
yeah.
That's why I asked you that, because I want to connect with the people that are there. And if it's 100 CEOs, I'm going to do something different than 100 farmers.
Right. That is cool. So, all right. So to that point, let's get to the 3 questions. First one, what's been your biggest win as an internet marketer? And I'm going to set the timer to 1 minute. Go.
Okay. You know, I have a lot of big wins, man. It's hard for me to choose because I'm so committed to my people creating unbelievable, exponential, completely income acceleration and up-level results. So, I've got stay-at-home moms that are now multimillionaires. I've got a lady named Gabby Taub that was a no one, and now she's one of the top women in the telesummit space online. I've got a client, Matt Brown, that's who I was talking about earlier with the trading stuff, and he just leveraged what he was always doing every day. He got connected to his perfect customer and his ideal client, and now he gets interviewed on Fox, MSNBC. He's got best-selling books all about trading and all about things in his wheelhouse. So for me, it's all about what I've done for the people that I've worked with. And I can't really pick one, man. I'm sorry. There's so many people that I've helped, and I love helping people. That's
crazy, because I thought for sure you were going to say that there's our 1 minute's up on that one. I thought you were going to say your $500,000 webinar that you did that got you the Ferrari.
But the important thing about that webinar is the 400 new customers that I got, that I was able to touch, move, and inspire in some way with our products and services and our coaching and what we do with our products and services. Most people focus on getting money from people. I focus on contributing to people and having an impact on people, and the money comes. The Ferrari comes, whatever. The houses come, the vacations come. Focus on people, you'll get everything you want. No, we've heard that before.
Right. Cool. Second question is, and I'm starting the timer, what are the 2 most valuable resources you know of for any internet marketing business? Go.
Well, number one, really for any business, and internet marketing is a business, is you have to have a coach. You have to have multiple coaches. I have a coach for everything. Doesn't matter what it is, I have a coach, because there's always somebody that's done what you've done, and you can go there's already somebody that's done what you've wanted to do, and all you have to do is get a coach that has done that. You duplicate what they do, and when you get stopped trying to duplicate what they've done, they can very quickly pull you through that gap. And that's really, really important. That's my number one secret to success, is just coaching. Notice it's nothing tactical. Notice it's not some brilliant Facebook ad or something like that. It's coaching. Number two is absolutely, man, I just lost my train of thought. I had it. Coaching and messaging. You got to have the best copywriter and message creator that you can find. Messaging is everything. It's how your people see you. It's how your customers and clients get to know you. It's how you touch, move, inspire them. It's how you connect with them, tell them the truth, have an impact. All the stuff that I've talked about so far. Messaging is the most important thing. I don't care how great your products are, how cool you are, you know, all the tactics that you know, and all the transactional and tactical stuff that you know. If you don't have good messaging, people are never going to swarm you, they're never going to like you, and they're never going to buy anything from you.
Okay, and even though we just passed the minute mark, can you just shed some like messaging? It doesn't really, you know, I feel like some people that might doesn't really give you anything to hold on to. What do you mean by messaging?
The words you use in your video sales letter, the words you use on your sales page, the words you use in your headline, the words you use in your sub headline. It's the words, it's the messaging.
So how is messaging different from copywriting?
Copywriting is the literal act of writing messaging.
Okay, I gotcha. All right, gotcha. So, all right, cool. Next question, in headline format, what are you going to share with folks that come to the Internet Marketing Party? That's the most important thing you want anyone watching this or coming to the party to know about how to improve their online business. Go.
All right, so, you know, yeah, again, all about messaging. So I've kind of got a mouthful here, but then I'm going to bottom line it, okay? So if I was to put this into, if someone was to go to a page and I was going to put this into a headline format, would be, here's the exact way to triple your revenue while spending less time, money, and resources on marketing, and only targeting, attracting, and converting your perfect customer 1% of the time, which results in a swarm of ideal customers for life. The whole point is I want seasoned entrepreneurs, seasoned business owners, seasoned internet marketers, and people who are thinking about getting into internet marketing and entrepreneurship right from the beginning. If you're a seasoned entrepreneur, you got to change and transform how you view your marketing right now. And if you're new, I want you to start right off the bat learning about who your client is, who your customer is. Because here's what, like I said, this is what most people do, Dave. They go, okay, I'm going to do Facebook ads. Awesome. What are you going to do Facebook ads to? What are you going to do them about? What are they going to say? And if you don't understand who you are for your people, what your message is, what your platform is, and who those people even are, then you're never going to attract the customer that you want. And the whole point is attracting only your perfect customer. So not a bunch of wasted time, money, and resources on leads that you'll never convert, don't really ever aren't going to ever have any desire to buy from you, and they're the coolest people in the world to deal with. All my customers are amazing. I love them all. I want to work with them all day long. There's not enough time in the day for me to work with all my clients. My staff has to like pull me off the phone. Imagine all your customers being like that. Imagine customer service being somebody emails you and goes, hey, I think you might have overcharged me last month, and you know I don't want to cause any issues because I really like you and you're really awesome, but I think you might have accidentally overcharged me next month. So could you go ahead and just check that out? I mean, how many people can say that all of their customer support emails or stuff like that? How are they usually? Hey, you jerk, you double charged me, you know, blah, 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 whatever. And that's because you're dealing with jerks. You're attracting jerks. We don't want you to attract jerks. We want you to attract your perfect, ideal customer and client every single time. And it's actually really simple to do.
Awesome. So that's what you're going to share at the party.
Absolutely.
And that's what you think the most important thing that anyone should be. Okay,
It is
got
the
it.
most important
Great.
thing. Absolutely, it
Awesome.
is.
It makes perfect sense. So last thing on here is just in for the sake of sharing with folks something that you're not expecting
Uh oh.
and that
Uh
no one is
oh.
expecting. Because I came up with this just a few minutes before we went live. I'm gonna have to share my screen here in order to make this happen. Here we go. And I was okay. Here we go. And conversation, share screen, start. Can you see my screen?
Not yet, but it looks like it's trying. Okay, now I can.
All right. Is it big on your screen?
Yeah, it's good.
All right. So I want to show folks the person that I hadn't even met this guy yet.
Oh my
When
God.
Hi, my name is Jeff Asik, and welcome to my site. You're
How did
about
you
to
find this?
Hundreds of people from all over the world are hailing Yannick Silver's hot instant sales letter
Holy
file,
cow, that's a big dude, man.
fill in the blank sales letter templates. If you're ready to break free,
Look at that shirt. What is that shirt?
That's what you call a before and after picture. So Jeff,
Woo.
what would you say is the biggest shift aside from the body of who that guy was to who you are today?
You know, it was again being authentic because I was out, training and developing other entrepreneurs in, having a great life and having great relationships, business relationships, and just being the most amazing person you could be. And I woke up one morning and I've been feeling sick for quite some time. It's like, how can I sit here and say, all this stuff and be that unhealthy? And there's nothing wrong. You and I know a couple people that are overweight that are, really awesome people, and they're living their life and they've embraced that and they love that. But for me, I just knew deep down it was inauthentic. Being unhealthy, being overweight, being out of shape was so inauthentic and such like I was living a lie in the face of people. It's just like, I'm done. I literally woke up one morning like, I'm done, and went to a doctor and started a program. Lost 90 pounds in 9 months.
Awesome, awesome. Well, the only other thing I had by way of something to kind of is your guitar anywhere near?
It's not. I'm actually in my home office, and my guitar is in my office because I have much more privacy and the capacity to play it at my actual office. So no,
Oh,
man, I'm sorry. I don't have it with me right now.
it's all good. Maybe you could bring it to the party.
Yeah, maybe I can. We can swing a few tunes. So,
All
or
right.
I could sing or
Very cool.
something.
The only other thing I wanted to do was just kind of recap what it is you're going to be. Right now somebody's at home watching this and they're going, "Oh man, that's Thursday, March the 20th. That happens to also be fill in the blank. Something that's making them wonder whether or not they should come to the party. Why should they come to the party? What are you going to share that either they've never heard before or that, you can kind of, compel them to come?"
Well, one thing I'll say, Dave, and I know this because I know you, is that your parties are like amazing training and development, and life will confront you when you're about to experience something amazing. Life will confront you, and from now to March 20th, life is going to confront you, those of you that are listening, and something will probably get in your way that'll give you a reason not to come. But in the past with your experience, those of you that are listening, that once you've made the effort to go to a training or a meeting or a mastermind or just to go meet someone, maybe even someone you were trying to do a personal relationship with, you always were so happy that you did it after the fact. And what I can tell you right now is if you come to Dave's party and you see me speak and you hang out with everybody, that's exactly how you're going to feel the next day after you wake up from your hangover. And so, you're going to have a blast. I'm a lot of fun. I mean, I don't pat myself on the back very much, and I don't like to talk about me, as you know, Dave. I like to talk about the people that I'm helping or just help somebody. But I'm a really fun guy. I'm a pretty funny guy. Maybe I will entertain. Maybe I will sing. Maybe I'll bring my guitar. I know a lot of your speakers, probably don't do that. But at the end of the day, what I'm going to be talking about will totally transform your business. Or if you don't have a business yet, you will start on the right foot and you won't have to struggle and you won't have to pay your dues or any kind of crap like that. And you'll be able to cut through the crap and cut through the tape and you know, right from the start, if you're a new entrepreneur, a new internet marketer, or if you're already an internet marketer, we're going to change the way you do marketing such that it's impactful, it interrupts, it positions you correctly, you build an affinity, you connect with your people, and you're always telling them the truth, which is what they want. No more BS crap, no more just marketing jib-jab. And we're going to show you how to find the exact perfect customer for you to do that with every single time, such that you have perfect customers coming to you for life and you build a real sustainable legacy business.
Awesome. I love it. I love it. And one last thing I just want to say right now, if you're at home watching, go to internetmarketingparty.com. Actually, go to meetup.com/internetmarketingparty. RSVP for the party there. Mark your calendar right now for Thursday, March the 20th. Come out and hang out with us and have a great time and learn how Jeff did what he's done so you can apply it for yourself. So thank you very much for watching. Jeff, any parting words as we say goodbye?
Just get there. Just get there. It'll make a difference. It'll make a huge difference and a huge impact. And I look forward to seeing you. We're going to have a blast. Total blast.
Awesome. Good stuff.